Welcome back to another episode. Sorry, my throat wasn't cleared before I started talking. But welcome back. Today, we are going to continue some plans that we started working on last episode. Namely, I think to start, we're going to head over to the Elder Tree Basin and work on the barn and the surrounding area for the moss creatures over at my base. And here we are back at my base, and it looks like it's a lovely, peaceful night. I love walking down this main pathway from the portal to down my base. We got the background music playing. Lazarus, how you doing today? Doing good? Eating more ramen? Keeping this guy busy? Giving George some work? Very good, very good. So this is annoying. I don't know why this happens, but I'm going to stop talking for just a second so you can hear this music. But it's playing like two loops at a time. Yeah, it's annoying. So I need to come up with a better contraption to manually stop the music so I can restart it easier, because pretty much as of right now I just have to break this redstone. And yep, you can see there's two sets of music notes down there, but I just gotta wait for one of them to loop around and end. And then I'll hurry and replace the redstone. Okay. We're good. Okay, like I said, welcome back. We got a lovely night here at the base. And yep, today we're going to work on the barn a little bit. Some thoughts I've had since the last episode of building this. For one, I want to get the interior started for sure. We're also going to need to do some resource collecting to get the rest of the wood needed and the mud bricks. And I also want to, if I have time, carve out a chunk out of the side of the barn and extend the roof out, if this makes sense, like a little just flat part of the roof or chunk out of the roof to have like a little outdoor, indoor covered area where I can store like piles of hay or dried kelp or whatever these guys eat. Just because I think that would add something to the dimensions of this barn. Oh, and we need to add barn doors as well. So we've got quite a few things to work on for this barn. So let me go make some plans, collect some resources, and then we will get started on building. I totally forgot I still have the pumpkin on my head from last episode working in the end. But let's take that off because it'll do us no good out here. Okay, quick progress update, and forewarning, I've got a baby in the room with me that's talkative right now, so if you hear random noises, it's just her saying hi. But I added some doors to the barn. I experimented off camera with having one of the doors closed halfway and one of them, just one open, one closed. But I ended up just having them both open. I think that was the way to go. It looked more good. I mean, especially with the curved doorway that I have, and you can't really get the same effect with the doors. It always left a little gap there, and so open doors it is, which looks good. And then I carved out the inside. Really, I just wanted to do some of the projects that I didn't need to go gather resources yet in order to start on. The other thing that I was going to start on but didn't yet is I want to cut out a hole in here. I think I said before, because I want to extend the roof out and make a little place to keep the hay and the whatever food these guys eat. But I didn't do that yet because I want to work on the interior before I start that, just so I get an idea of how the layout of this opening will work with the stalls that I put in here. Right now I'm thinking I'll do 3 stalls on each side. But for the middle one on this side, I will just, instead of a stall, have a pathway going out to that area. And I'll probably do a second story too. Probably not for keeping these guys in, maybe like a storage area. Yet to be determined, but yeah. So now let's go. I guess I have nothing left to do except grind for materials. So I've got to go to the Nether to get some warped wood, and I've got to go to what are they called? mangrove swamp to get some mud. So here I go. I have not been in the open nether in a while. I do not remember where any of our biomes are. So I'm kind of just exploring at this point. I mean, I know I've been here, or at least someone has, because there's paths, and I'm not far from spawn. But yeah, I'm kind of sketched out, not gonna lie. But I'm looking for the blue warped biome. I thought there was one around here, but it honestly has been months since I've needed to collect resources from one of these biomes. So I'll look around and hopefully I won't die, but let's see what we can find. I should have recorded my journey here, but I didn't want the added pressure and risk myself dying. But yeah, I got hit by a gassed fireball midair while flying over a lava lake, so that was pretty sketchy. Also, since this is an Enderman biome, I might as well throw on my pumpkin that I use at the end base. Oh, that won't help against gas. Holy cow. Alright, let me get my bow out. Oh my gosh. My armor is not strong. Don't hit me. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, my bad shot. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna collect some wood and then get out of here. Every once in a while, there's one of these, or several of these trees that grow together in like this plus shape. These are the money trees right here, where you get a whole bunch of wood all at once. But I will admit, I'm pretty much over farming this stuff, and I kind of expected to get like a shulker box of this wood, but it takes so long to get this wood, so that's not going to happen. But it's almost as bad as the mangrove wood. Not as bad, but it's almost as bad. So I'm gonna call it quits here soon and go move on to collecting mud. But yeah, these trees are always satisfying when they're grouped together. Okay, really quickly, this is convenient. I was trying to find my way home and I realized I saw this staircase, which is actually where our froglight farm is, which I'm not sure I even have shown on camera before, but it's pretty simple. Just a bunch of frogs kill magma cubes from a spawner. But this is good to know, and I'm mostly just recording this for my own sake so that I remember next time I need to come out to a warped forest, I can just go to the Froglight farm and drop off here at the staircase. Oh, there we are. We made it to the swamp. I do not come out to these biomes very often, I gotta say, but they're pretty awesome looking, despite the trees being kind of awesome, but kind of hideous in a way. But today, we are not here for the trees. I know if I distract myself on the trees, then I'm just going to waste a lot of time to get a little bit of wood. But no, no, no. We're here for the mud today. So here we go. Time to do some more grinding. While we're out here, just because I was reminded about these frogs, if it turns nighttime and we see any slimes, we should try to breed some tadpoles so we can take one home and have like a pet frog at our base. Just because I haven't really used frogs for anything except for when we first made our froglight farm, but that was right when they came out. So yeah, I think it'd be fun to have a pet frog at our base. So maybe if fortune is upon us and we get slime balls, well, let's do it. Okay, here we go. We got two frogs. Pretty sure it's slime balls, right? Yep. Okay. Do your thing. I won't look. You good? I got the XP. Okay, now we wait. I'm pretty sure they'll go to water. And let's get some tadpoles. Booyah. Whoa, holy crap. That scared me. I was sitting here waiting for like 10 minutes for them. And that was, wow, that scared me. All right, we got our pet. Sorry, Mom. I hope you're okay that we took one of your babies. She doesn't seem too upset about it. And, okay, let's go. Okay, we're back home. And for now, we're just going to put the tadpole in a little hole here so that he won't die. And then whenever he grows up, then we'll bring him out. And maybe next episode, we'll make a little spot for him or decide where to put him. Which, by the way, first person to comment what I should name it, that is what I will name it for sure, no matter what, unless it's something like inappropriate. But first comment, why are my eyes doing that? First comment, I will name it that. So, okay, it's quite some time later, and I did a lot of work on the barn, mostly on the interior. But as you can see from this angle, we've got some, whatever this is called, on that window up there. These doors are in. I think I showed that already. We added this whole balcony with just some piles of dried kelp. And I decided, I guess that's what the moss dudes eat, because I added a couple more piles in here. And there is a sleeping moss guy here as well. This one was kind of really hard to build, and the shape of it, I mean, it's pretty weird, but this is the best I could come up with, but I'm happy with it. I know I said, and I was going to do this, put some stalls on the sides, but I figured if I want to get these guys in here, they're just too big to be able to really put stalls in. So I ended up just making it be an open layout and, you know, just slap in some piles of stuff everywhere and having a guy in here. And then there's a doorway to get out here. And yeah, as far as upstairs, it's pretty much empty. I might add something there later, but I didn't like being able to see through that big hole straight through to the back here. I just needed to cover it up partially somehow, so that's why I added those trapdoors. But yeah, up here to be determined, but down here I think it's safe to say is complete for now. Okay, we need to talk about this building right here. Um, this is probably the biggest project I have on this server, but I have a dilemma with it. I have not shown it in any YouTube videos, and that is for a reason, or the interior of it, I should say, has not been shown in any YouTube videos, and that is because before I started making these YouTube videos, the point, what this project is, I guess I'll start. I'm calling it the Emporium. It's a giant self-sustained mini game, basically. Before I started making these YouTube videos, a big thing we did on this world and still continue to do is quests and mini games, interactive things for other players that play on the world to experience. And this is basically the peak of all of my efforts of a multiplayer project. So what it is, it's like an experience, and I don't want the people that play on this world especially to see the inside, because it's a story-based game, if you will. And I'm being very vague on purpose because I don't know what the future holds, if I'm going to show this on camera or not. But the thing is, now that I've started making these YouTube videos, whereas previously most of my time went into completing this project, which is currently about 60% done, now it's going back into regular world building and story building through regular builds in the world. But I have had less time to work on projects like this. A similar project I will show is this castle here, which is awesome as a build, first of all, but this was built by Samwise. He plays on this world. He does YouTube videos as well. But same thing. This is a big mini game on the inside, and it's the kind of mini game that you play and you can't, the whole point of it is to experience it with blind eyes and to not know what to expect. So I don't want to show off the inside unless it's gameplay of someone experiencing it for the first time, or eventually having a world download where you viewers can download this world and play and experience this for the first time, or play and experience the Emporium over here for the first time. So basically, I'm at a crossroads where I don't know how I'm going to finish this without, while also uploading these YouTube videos. And I very much intend on continuing to upload these YouTube videos. So basically, I have a choice the way I can see it. I can give a big disclaimer to the people that actually play on this world with me to not watch my YouTube videos and just show the progress of building this on camera, or I can continue as is and the progress will go very slowly but still move forward, but slower, and eventually I can release this to the people on this world and potentially to you viewers, and no one will know what to expect. So I don't really have the answer. I don't know if that made any sense, kind of a jumble of words, but just a predicament I'm having in regards to the biggest project that I have currently on this world, and I'm not quite sure what to do. If any of you watching are YouTubers as well, I'm curious if any of you have been in a similar situation, playing on a multiplayer world or single player, or even a single player world, but just playing with friends. And I'm curious how you have dealt with situations like this. And continuing that same train of thought in a more general sense, it is just interesting now, me having the perspective of making YouTube videos, what type of content and what type of builds I can make multiplayer wise doing videos versus playing without making YouTube videos. Because the type of multiplayer interactive and minigame type of builds that I make, it's easier to make those kind of things, which are very fun, by the way. It's easier to make those type of things without recording YouTube videos. And while I'm at it, just talking about all of my experience making YouTube videos this far, another thing I've noticed is I tend to want to make smaller, more achievable in the short term projects since doing YouTube videos, so that I can have something to show for at the end of each episode. Whereas previously, not being concerned about that, I've been going for, not all the time, but I've been going for big projects like this, or this project down here, it might not look like it, this building here, but it is a whole mini game that goes underground pretty deep, and that's a big project as well, but it's not the type of thing that would necessarily look good for a YouTube video thumbnail type of a thing. So it's just interesting, the differences in what type of builds are more conducive to make based on if I'm recording YouTube videos or not. And I'm kind of really just at a, not an impasse, but it's just some interesting thoughts I'm having and wondering how I can move forward and how I can still push the boundaries of multiplayer type mini games, but still translate them into YouTube videos. So like I said, I'll stop rambling now, but like I said, if you have any advice for me, if any of this made any sense, let me know, because I would love to hear feedback and know what kind of content people would like to watch. And yeah, but other than that, I think that's pretty much it for today's episode. I think in the next episode, we will move on to, at least as of right now, we will move on to, I don't even know if I want to say. Okay, I'll say I already started. We'll probably work on the end base a little bit more on that castle, and maybe something else as well. I don't know. But thank you for watching, and have a good day. Bye-bye.